Hey YouTube, Rob back again with a brand new video for you. Today I'm doing a huge update, just of some stuff that I sort of bought recently, and I was going to sort of do a part 2 to my last update, which was probably a few weeks ago now. I haven't sort of got around to sort of doing it, and so it's sort of I had quite a bit to show then, but now I've got even more to show. First of all, I might just say though, first a bit of news regarding my channel. I've actually decided to take a break from YouTube, just for a month or so, just for a few weeks, and sort of concentrate on a few other things in my life. Just got a few things I've got to do, and I think it's just time for a break anyway. I sort of do spend a fair bit of time on YouTube watching videos and replying to leaving comments on people's videos and stuff like that. So I just think it's time for a bit of a break, and so I'll probably for about a month or maybe a month and a half, I don't know yet, I'll see how I go. So you probably won't see me for a while. So I probably won't be leaving, so I probably won't be sort of watching videos and leaving comments. But if you want to, if you want to send me a PM, if you upload a video you sort of want me to watch, certainly leave me a PM, and I'll try my best to watch it. Anyway, so we'll get into it because I've got quite a bit to show. Finally got this an order from JB Hi-Fi, which I'm not very happy with them at the moment. If you watch my last video, you'll probably know why. I was supposed to get this package on Friday. I got one of those cards in the mail, saying that they tried to deliver it and I wasn't home, which is what they always do. Even though they don't actually bother to try and ring, knock on the door or anything, they just, just don't bother. Which I think is absolutely wrong, because I've got to wait till 6:30 at night and go to the post office and pick it up. But this time I had to actually sort of ring them up and organise a redelivery, and there was a lot of hassle. And so I got the card on Friday and I rang up I think on Monday, and today's Thursday, so it's taken me all this time to actually go and get it, because they said they were going to drop it off at my local news agency, but they didn't. I had to ring up again and get them to re-deliver it, and which is what happened last time though. I had to ring up a few times to actually get them to actually deliver it. But I'll sort of show you what I got anyway from JB Hi-Fi finally, after a week of waiting. Okay, so the first one here is actually a bit of a odd show, which probably not many people sort of heard of. That would be I don't know how to pronounce this. Gareth Margetti's A Dark Place, which was, I think, like a TV show on SBS here in Australia for quite a while, and I did sort of watch a few episodes of it, and it was a very sort of weird sort of show, sort of a sci-fi sort of hospital drama type thing. It was really supposed to be really sort of cheesy, and it's got a few people from the Mighty Boosh, the IT crowd. You got Moss here from the IT crowd, and I don't know what the guy's name is, but he's in he was in both shows, the IT crowd and the Mighty Boosh. So that's that one. I'm looking forward to giving you a watch. It's supposed to be just really sort of cheesy and very weird. So that's that one. Second one is actually an Australian sort of drama, which I have sort of seen before, and I actually did quite enjoy it. It's called Blue Murder. It's actually a 3-disc set, and I think it's got 3 different sort of, I think it's sort of based on sort of real life sort of Australian crime series, I think from the 80s, I think it was. So just got sort of 3 different sort of stories on 3 different discs, and I'm pretty sure I've seen at least one of them, and it was actually quite a good story, so I'm looking forward to giving that a watch at some point. Then we've got Duckman Season 1, Season 2, which is sort of a, I don't know how to describe it, I suppose. It's very like I guess in some ways perhaps the sort of Simpsons, I guess the adult version of the Simpsons is really sort of, supposedly your average dysfunctional American family, and voiced by Jason Alexander from Seinfeld, and just his sort of family and sort of dysfunctional type families, really sort of adult sort of comedy, I think, to it. And it's actually got the music by Dweezil Zappa, who was the son of Frank Zappa. He was a really sort of famous musician I think from 70s, 80s and 90s. I think he died in about the mid-90s, I think. This is a sort of a great show and very weird. So that's Duckman. Classic Nickelodeon TV show, one of my favourites of all time, and always wanted to sort of give it a rewatch. That's Rocko's Modern Life, Season 1. And then we've got Season 2. And then we've got, as you can guess, Season 3. So that's Rocko's Modern Life. I just got to get Hey Arnold now. It's another great TV show that I was a big fan of back in the day. So, but I'm really happy to get these though, because I'm really looking forward to giving them a rewatch. Okay, so we'll get rid of that box. That's one lot. So that's that. I'll just take a sip of my drink first. Right, on the Blu-rays now. The Man Who Shot Liberty Vance with John Wayne and who's the other guy again? James Stewart. I think it looks like a bit of sort of a western type one. I haven't sort of seen this one yet, but it does sound quite good. Another John Wayne film, El Dorado with Robert Mitchum. Again, I haven't sort of seen this one, but it does sort of look reasonably good. Then I've got Mud, which I don't think I've shown this one. I haven't sort of talked about this film before. I've never actually sort of shown it. Great film from last year, I think it was. Yeah, definitely a good one. We've got Machete 2. I did sort of quite like. I did sort of quite like the first one. I thought that was a really sort of fun watch. So looking forward to giving this one a bit of a watch when I get a chance. Australian one which I've heard is really good. Snowtown, supposed to be really sort of gritty and supposed to be a really good watch. So looking forward to giving that a watch. A film that I did quite enjoy. Yeah, I've got Fantastic Mr. Fox by Wes Anderson. Probably one of the only sort of films that I think I do sort of like by Wes Anderson. I have sort of watched a few of his other movies, and I think they're just a bit too sort of weird for me. I think I didn't sort of mind perhaps the Grand Budapest Hotel. I thought that was actually quite good, that one. I saw this one quite a long time ago, but I did actually quite enjoy it. I also think perhaps keep picking up the Criterion edition of this, but that was a bit too expensive, I think. I think I just sort of settled for getting just the standard sort of edition, but that's definitely a good one from what I remember. Another animated one, Frankenweenie, directed by Tim Burton. I haven't sort of seen this one yet, but I have heard good things about it. I think it's sort of based on a sort of a short, wasn't it, by Tim Burton? I think he did, which I think he did like years and years ago, and I think this is sort of like the full-length version of it, I think. Looking forward to giving that one a bit of a watch at some point. A bit of anime. I think it's a TV series called Freedom, which I just sort of did a bit of a blind buy on it. And we've got Mass Effect. I'm sort of a fan of these sort of anime type sort of anime versions of these sort of things. I've got like the Resident Evil sort of one. You've got like the Animatrix, and what else was there? Halo, and a few different things. Sort of this sort of based on, I guess, video games, and sort of a bit of sort of an anime sort of version of it, I suppose, in some ways. So looking forward to giving that a bit of a watch. A foreign film starring Audrey Tautou, because I'm a bit of a fan of her. It's Mood Indigo, which I think might be one of her last films, I think. At least one of the sort of more recent ones that she's sort of done. I haven't sort of seen that one yet, but I'll give it a watch at some point. DVD. Camille, starring Greta Garbo. This is supposed to be one of her best performances. I did sort of give it a watch, and I did sort of quite enjoy it. I didn't think necessarily was her best performance, though. I didn't think. I don't know. I'll have to perhaps give it another watch at some point. This is just a very sort of cheap Chinese version, I think. I think this is actually a remake. I think there was a silent version. I think that was the original version, and which I think is actually on here as well. I did sort of watch probably like 10 minutes of that and just sort of see what it was like. It looked a lot different to this version. So that's Camille. A film I don't know anything about, but stars James Dean. That's East of Eden. I think I just bought this off eBay reasonably cheap. Someone was sort of selling it used, and I thought I'd give it, so I just sort of bid on it and won it, and so I'll give it a watch at some point. One I have sort of had for a little while, The Hunt. I have sort of heard this is actually quite a good one though, I think. Yeah, I don't know that much about it, but I did hear it. But I did sort of hear it was good though, so that's sort of one of the main reasons I sort of picked it up. One called Beaufort, which I think is like a war film. I don't know anything about it either, but yeah, that's that one. Don't know anything about it. Chocolat with Johnny Depp and Juliette Binoche, or however you say her name. Binoche, it might be. I have sort of seen this one before. This is actually quite good from what I remember. I did sort of watch it quite a while ago, but looking forward to giving it a rewatch. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo trilogy. I just sort of have the American remake, just of the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I don't think I've got the other ones though. But this is the original sort of foreign version of it. Next one is Cinema Paradiso, which I have sort of. I think I've seen this one before. I'm not quite sure though. This is sort of the special edition. Sort of a really great sort of foreign film. And a lot of people have sort of recommended this one to me, so looking forward to giving it a bit of a watch. But I think I might have seen it. I'm not quite sure though. But that's that one. Okay, and the next lot are actually from Arrow Video. They had a big sort of sale recently, which I know a lot of other people, did sort of take part in and got a few bargains. I did just have a huge order from them, but I did manage to sort of cut it back a little bit because I didn't want to sort of spend too much, because as you can sort of see, I have been buying heaps lately, and so I did sort of take a few things out of my cart in the end, and only got 5 here, I think. So I've got Time Bandits, Terry Gilliam film, which I did sort of give a watch, and to be honest, I couldn't really get into it really, to be honest. It was a bit too weird for me, I think. Yeah, but I might give it perhaps another watch one day. That's Time Bandits. Then we've got one here called The Long Goodbye, which I did sort of watch this one as well. This is actually quite good, I thought. Not really quite sure exactly on the backstory of it exactly, but it does sort of remind me a bit of a. I think it's sort of, the idea was it's sort of based on like a sort of film noir sort of film, I guess, with sort of like a Humphrey Bogart style movie, I guess. And this is sort of the updated sort of 70s version, I suppose, of that story. I mean, there might be perhaps a film called The Long Goodbye, perhaps starring Humphrey Bogart. I'm not quite sure, but I thought this is like a remake of that. I don't know. But that's sort of what it was, though. Sort of an updated sort of 70s version, I guess, of sort of a film noir type film. But yeah, she actually quite good though. Very sort of interesting watch. It was a bit of a strange watch too, though. I thought some of the characters were a bit sort of odd, I thought, and I wasn't really quite sure what was going on exactly, I suppose. But definitely one I did actually quite enjoy, and it's probably one I would perhaps give it another watch at some point. So that's The Long Goodbye. Then I've got a film noir classic, which I had sort of heard was sort of one of the best sort of film noirs of all time. I think from 1953, I think it is. It's called Rififi. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is actually quite good as well, I thought. I didn't necessarily think it was necessarily film noir to me. It was sort of more of a sort of a gangster sort of bank heist, style type storyline to it. A great sort of heist scene too, which is sort of done in sort of silence. There's 20 minutes sort of silence during the film while they sort of go about doing this heist. I guess because they're professional criminals, so they, sometimes don't necessarily need to sort of talk to each other while they're sort of doing it. They can just sort of use sort of hand signals and sort of the way they sort of look at each other, sort of thing, and just sort of get the job done, sort of thing. But definitely a great film though. I thought really good characters and good story, and Yeah, I would recommend that one actually. That was actually quite good. Riff-a-fee. Then we've got Ashes and Diamonds, which I have no idea what it's about, but it's got a really cool cover on it. I think it's sort of one of the reasons I sort of bought it. Yeah, I'm sure it's a good film too, though. But so that's that one. Then we've got Lady Snowblade. No, Lady Snowblood, which I've sort of seen a few people pick up on YouTube, and a few people have sort of recommended it. So looking forward to giving that a watch at some point. Right, now on to steelbooks. This is my last pile. Picked up a big pile from Zavvi, I think over the last few weeks, and probably my last stuff from Zavvi for quite a while. Again, because I did sort of make a bit of a rant video about them in my last video. Yes, I picked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles steelbook, which is a very nice steelbook. I've sort of seen a few people sort of unbox this one, and it does look very cool. I've got the Fast and Furious steelbook, which is another good looking one. I picked up the Hobbit, Destination of Smog. Really cool sort of steelbook edition of that. I bought that, then I saw this on eBay, so I got this as well. There's another version of the same movie. This one comes with a little sort of Lego sort of figurine now, which looked pretty cool. And this was reasonably cheap, so I sort of decided to pick that up, even though I already do. This will be my third copy of this film, but anyway. And then speaking of sort of Lego figurines, I picked up the special edition here of the Lego Movie. I sort of picked this up on sort of day one of release here in Australia, and I don't sort of normally do that. This is a really cool edition though, and I didn't really want to miss out. And it is very very cool though. I think it comes with a little sort of a Gandalf Lego figurine, and it comes with the sort of the big sort of plastic sort of Lego head, and then they also got the movie in there as well. There's no actual slipcover though for the movie though, which I think other people have sort of mentioned in the videos. So I'm not quite sure why they didn't, put a slipcover in there as well. But anyway, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But that's a very cool edition though. Really sort of pleased to have that one. Then I picked up Rambo, the First Blood, the very first movie, which I did sort of watch the other day. It's not a bad looking, very sort of simple, I guess, but it's looks like inside with a bit of glare though. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like inside. Then there's just the back to it. So that's the first one. Then I picked up Part 2, Rainbow Part 2. And then we got Rainbow 3. I have sort of had these for quite a while. It was actually a few weeks, I think. I picked up Toy Story, first one. Toy Story 2. Then we've got Toy Story 3. I've got E.T. Steelbook. The 18, which I think is actually a bit of an underrated movie, this one, actually, I think. There's actually some really good action scenes in this one, I think. Then I've got Ninja Scroll. That's another really nice looking steelbook on. They've got Al Jolson, the jazz singer. I remember sort of getting into sort of old movies at the moment, sort of old black and white movies, and this one was reasonably cheap, and it seems like a bit of an odd choice though to sort of have on steelbook, but anyway, it was reasonably cheap, so I just thought I'd grab it and see what it's like. I'll skip that one actually. Oh no, this one's actually a film that a steelbook I did actually already own, but I did sort of give it away in my last contest, and a lot of people were sort of saying, oh, it's out of print, steelbook, and so I don't know. In some ways, I sort of kind of made me wanted to pick it up again, just because it's out of print. That's the Django Unchained steelbook. Actually, this is reasonably cheap though. It was, I don't know, it wasn't hugely expensive, which I was actually quite surprised at. So that's that one. Let's use a movie trilogy that was absolutely a huge hit when it came out, and I don't necessarily, a lot of people don't seem to talk about it that much these days though. That's the Matrix Complete Collection, which has got the first, well, it's got the 3 movies, and it's also got the Animatrix in it as well. They're all sort of really sort of thin sort of cases. Yeah, it's very sort of thin. Revolutions, Reloaded. Then we got where are we? The first one. Then we got the Animatrix. Then we got this one thing called the Matrix Experience. I'm not really quite sure what that is. Might be some sort of bonus features or something. That comes with a little booklet as well, which is it's just got pictures in it and all cool stuff. Yeah, so that's that. I think this is reasonably cheap too. I think it was just sort of one of those things I sort of bid on eBay and managed to sort of win. Then finally, this is actually I do sort of own these movies already, but I haven't sort of watched them. But this is actually the Criterion edition though, so I did sort of pick it up. That's Chi, all about the sort of the life of Chi or Che, however you say his name. Just a double sort of part 1 and part 2. This is reasonably cheap too, so I did sort of pick it, even though I do sort of own it already and never actually sort of seen it. But it was a really cool edition though as well, so I don't know, go there anyway. So that's that. Yes, that's my huge haul, which is stuff that I've sort of bought probably over the last few months, I guess, just sort of stuff I haven't sort of got around to showing yet. So thanks for watching. Sort of seen any of these movies, certainly leave me a comment and tell me your thoughts. Again, I won't be on YouTube for probably about a month or so. I'm going to take a bit of a hiatus and take a bit of a break from YouTube. So yeah, I guess I won't see you until then. But that's it. So thanks for watching, and yeah, bye.